Hi everyone! For today's video, I wanted to share my winter closet. This winter, I decided to make a capsule wardrobe with my closet because I feel like my wardrobe's gotten a little bit bigger over the past couple years. I haven't done a capsule in a little while, so I kind of wanted to hone in on the pieces that I currently have for winter and really determine my favorites and kind of weed some stuff out. I also feel like my style is kind of evolving, and I've felt this over the past couple years. So that's something that I really want to keen in on and look at further and see how my closet already kind of serves that style direction that I'm leaning towards, but then what pieces I might also want to add in the future. So in this video, I am going to briefly go over each piece in my winter capsule. I will also kind of talk about that style direction that I feel like I'm going and some considerations I had when putting this capsule together. And then at the end, I'll show some outfit inspiration with the pieces in my capsule. Real quick, before we jump in though, I do want to share what a capsule is for those that are not familiar with the term. So basically, a clothing capsule is, like I said, honing in on the pieces that you really love in your closet that fit you well, make you feel confident and comfortable, and then weeding out anything that really doesn't serve you. And then you determine where you might have holes or need to add items based on your lifestyle, and then take time and curate those items so that they're also pieces that you truly love. So for my capsule, I ended up with 35 pieces, and I will take you through those now. So starting with the tops in my closet, I have a black mock neck long sleeve and a cream long sleeve crew. Both of these are great base layers for layering outfits. Next, I have a gray crop long sleeve top, which is also great for layering over pieces or underneath sweaters. Next, I have a blouse by Doen. That's a nice floral neutral pattern. And then an olive silk blouse that I've had for many years as two kind of more formal pieces. Next, for my sweaters, I included two cardigans from Baba. One is the number 19 cardigan in Mist, and the second is the number 17 cardigan in Oak. I love these and wanted to include both of them in my capsule. I then included a long cream cardigan for layering purposes, and then also this navy grandpa cardigan that I've had for many years as a really cozy element. Next, I have two oversized sweaters. One is cream and the other a nice rich camel color. Finally, I included a black crop sweater because I love that crop top, high waist pant silhouette and wanted to carry that over into winter and thought a crop sweater would be a great way to do that. And then I also included this Harper sweater from Elizabeth Suzann as a nice cozy long sweater that I also really love to dress up and dress down. Moving on to bottoms, I have some cream pants that I got from a local boutique here in Ann Arbor, and I also got them in a jean color because I really loved the fit and cut of them, so I wanted them in a second style. Next, I have the Clyde work pants from Elizabeth Suzann as kind of a utilitarian element, which I'll talk about later, and then also my linen flows from Elizabeth Suzann that I love carrying into winter through layering. Next, I have a more formal pant with the Everlane put together pants, and then leggings, which has been a real go-to of mine this season, and also great for layering. And last but not least, I almost forgot my gray crop jeans from Everlane, which are a go-to and tend to show up in multiple capsules. I also decided to include one silk slip dress in my capsule because I wanted to try and play around with wearing more dresses in winter, and this one is great for layering. Now moving on to coats. I have several sweater coats in my capsule this year, and some of those include an Elizabeth Suzann Ida wool coat, trench coat that I wear all the time. Next is a Lauren Manugian capote coat that I've had on my wish list forever and finally pulled the trigger on a second hand purchase. I also have this Madewell sweater camel coat that I've had in my closet for many years and is a great go-to and also great for layering. Next, I have a more formal coat with an Everlane cocoon coat, a little bit more of a structured coat for me. And then I have this checkered kind of jacket fleece that is a fun pattern to add to the mix that I recently got that's vintage. And then finally, a puffer coat from Uniqlo that I also got secondhand as a more practical coat for when it gets really, really cold here. And finally, moving on to shoes. For shoes, I have kind of a variety of categories from casual to dressy and more functional for winter. So for my shoes, I included these Nisolo all-weather boots that are kind of new and another kind of utilitarian shoe for my closet. Next is a sneaker by Everlane. I love to try and pull out sneakers when I can in winter when there's not a ton of snow on the ground, so something I also wanted to include. I have these Rachel boots by Maguire, which are made for extreme temperatures but also look very casual and not necessarily like a heavy winter boot, which I love. And I also have my Everlane rain boots for a more functional when it's really slushy outside. I also included some dressier boots with my Boss boot from Everlane, as well as these brown suede boots that are also waterproof, which is awesome. I also included a pair of snake boots for a little pop of pattern and my Doc Martens to add another statement piece to my outfits. So when I was putting this capsule together, I wanted to keep in mind the style that I naturally gravitate towards and some interests that I've been picking up lately. For winter, I normally always wear a lot of layered sweaters and a lot of oversized pieces, and I knew that's something that I wanted to stick to. It's what I've been wearing for many years, and I don't see that really changing or going away anytime soon. But I also do crave some more structure and more menswear pieces in the winter, and I have traditionally done this as well. So I already had a couple pieces that lent itself to this style, including that olive silk blouse, those Everlane put together pants as a great trouser, and then a more kind of structured coat with that Everlane cocoon coat, all kind of more formal pieces that I think will blend really, really well with those oversized comfy sweaters and looser layers that I like. Something that's a little bit new for me is I'm kind of gravitating towards a utilitarian or like workwear kind of style. So something that's a little bit more structured and maybe a little bit more practical too. Since I am a mom now, I am looking for a little bit more function in my outfits, which is why I love the Clyde work pants by Elizabeth Suzann. Big pockets, super, super great for everyday wear. I also included the vintage fleece coat that has that plaid pattern. It feels more outdoorsy and I feel like would be a fun mix with some of those menswear pieces as well as those oversized comfy pieces that I normally wear. And then I also got these all-weather lace-up boots from Nisolo. I have had my eye on these boots for a while, or a lace-up boot similar, and I thought this would be a fun mix into my wardrobe too, to kind of make that utilitarian style and workwear style that I've been gravitating towards. The next thing I took into consideration really with my capsule, once I knew kind of like the style direction I'm leaning towards and how to pull that from my current clothes, I wanted to be conscious of the color palette. I naturally wear a ton of neutrals in all seasons, but with my winter capsule, I wanted to make sure I had some pieces that were a little bit different other colors to kind of freshen up my neutrals. So for that, I leaned towards blues with the denim pant that I mentioned earlier, as well as that navy grandpa cardigan. And then having olive pieces with that olive silk blouse, as well as that cocoon coat, which is kind of like a forest green. It gives me some leeway to play with some colors with those neutrals and really kind of make looks feel a little more livened up, in my opinion. I once had a capsule when we first moved here because I had to put most of my clothes in storage, and my color palette was just basically camel, tan, white, and black, and I got super bored with it really fast. So I knew having some sort of color element in the pieces would be really important for me to not get bored or tired with my closet. If you are creating a capsule for this winter or are interested in creating one, feel free to leave me a comment or a question down below. I've done capsules on and off for the past 5 years, so happy to provide any tips or advice, or if that's something that you're looking for. Thank you so much for watching, and be sure to hit that subscribe button if you'd like to see more content like this, and hit that like button to show your support. And now I'll share some outfit inspiration made with the pieces in my winter capsule.